Okay, 3, 2, 1. Good evening, guys, and welcome to BoA TV for the GT4 League. And tonight we are at Monza for round 4. I'm joined in the comms box tonight by none other than Stebble. Good evening, mate. He's still muted. Hello. Okay, he's meant to be in the comms. I don't know whether he's muted his mic or something, but good evening, everyone. Hope you're all well. Looking forward to this one. Always love a good trip to Monza. Tuck's excited for this one. Evening, Neil. Evening, Rimps. Yeah, hey. Evening, Jensen. You better recognise me as the boss. Cool. So we let's jump back to the pits and have a look at the timings. Apparently they opened the lobby a little bit earlier, so no surprise to see Bennett currently top of the tables. Big Rod carrying on his pace, it seemed at the moment, on practice anyway. Yeah, I think you're there.
We there? We good?
Yeah, I think you're there.
Sorry about that. It wouldn't be a Steve's awake in the box if there wasn't some form of technical difficulties with there, but I'm hopefully here now.
Who's
good evening, everybody.
Steve is awake? Who's this?
That's Stebbles, mate. It can't work a mic.
Stebble. I accidentally coined that nickname for you months ago. When you first joined.
Yeah, I had it in an old league as well, funnily enough, because I didn't realise at the time that the capital I looks like an L, but in hindsight...
Why is everyone calling me Stebble?
Yeah.
How you doing anyway, mate? You good?
Yeah, really good, mate. Can't complain. I'm excited for tonight. We're in a different format. I'm racing later on, not so much excited for that, we'll get on to that.
Clear the chat at the moment and I'll show you. So if you look on the right hand side of your screen, you might be able to see it, those who are not on mobile. So we're going to have a different format tonight. So we have a practice of 15 minutes and then a quali of 10 minutes and then a race of 20 minutes and then another qualifying of 12 minutes and then another 20-minute sprint race. So 2 races for the price of 1. So, and obviously Intercon are carrying the same format.
Yeah, it's going to be nice and condensed. Hopefully it's going to provide a bit more action. I'm sure drivers with 2 bites of the cherry are going to send it all the more frequently. So football has 5-a-side, rugby has 7, cricket has T20, and BoA GT4 Thursdays now has this sprint format. We're going to be doing it twice this season. I think the other round is at Zolder in a few weeks' time, just trying to mix it up a little bit, and it's going to be, I'm sure guys further down in the midfield will be seeing it as an opportunity, a little added random element. The guys at the front will be seeing it as business as normal, but importantly for them, a double points weekend essentially. 2 races, the points are the same as they would be for a 50-minute race, but obviously 2 races, so double the chances to score. And that's going to be important for this championship, Roy, because we've got 3 guys very close in the standings, in the driver's standings, I should say, of the Euro grid. We've got Bennett, we've got Rog, and we've got Morgan. Just 5 points between them. Captain Rog currently leading the way, but Bennett has been hunting him down since he came back for the second round. And who can forget last week taking the victory at Suzuka as well, ridding Morgan of the lead on the final lap. It was very dramatic stuff. I'm expecting more of the same here tonight, Roy.
Absolutely, Bob. So, yeah, sorry, nobody could hear anything you just said there, so I'm glad you got to exercise your vocal cords. So.
I'm nice and warmed up at least, so...
No, sorry about that. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to this interesting format. It's definitely throwing a cat amongst the pigeons. You have to get stuck in there, which makes someone a lot more interesting than normal. So people might be a bit more feisty, shall we say. So we might see a few getting evasive down the escape road as well.
Yeah, because obviously as well, right?
You have, if you've
always.
Yeah, is that turn one? there was talks about changing it, and like, you can't just change it. It's like, come on, you already got around to the banked corners and everything like that. So yeah, come on, like, leave a bit of. You've got to have a bit of danger in it, otherwise it's just not racing, is it?
I watched a video a while ago, and the first chicane here was nominated as one of the worst 5 corners in all of sim racing.
I love it,
and
it tests you every time. It's like Eau Rouge, but just not as scary. Because Eau Rouge is
quite scary if you if you have a giant BMW or a Bentley just getting ever closer in the rear mirrors as they've missed their braking point behind you. But yeah, no, a very different challenge, and it's good to have a variety in tracks and a variety in circuits, and as you say, it's become a bit of an icon, a bit of a meme in itself. So I think they'd be wrong to change it.
Yeah, I think every track's got its one. That corner, like, as I say, Spa's got. Well, actually, Spa's got quite a few. He's got Pujon as well. That's a bit of a beast. Try and get that right, especially in a Ferrari, because he just wants to snap oversteer because you're trying to trail brake into it, and it don't want to. So you're trying to get back on the throttle, and it just because the camber falls away from you, it's a nightmare trying to get back on the throttle. There's corkscrew, obviously, at Laguna, as everyone done this weekend. Paddock-Hill,
as the case was for a lot of people.
So yeah, every track's got its. I think, was it turn 4 at Hungaroring, the left-hander over the top of the crest. So it's just one of them corners you just go, oh, I hope it's going to get over there. You hope you get somewhere near the apex.
Yeah, for sure. We're at the Hungaroring this Sunday and the GT3 Sundays as well, so I'm sure a few of the drivers will be going with their eyes closed. I know I certainly will be at the top of the hill in the Audi. It's a little bit twitchy in recent weeks.
So I'm just watching who we are on board with. Weed Flaming Racer. Yeah, I do reasonably well at Monza. One of them tracks that just agrees with me. Not many. I think I like chicanes. Weed Flame Racer doesn't have too much there.
Yeah, when you get it right. Not quite as Weed has there. He didn't get those right. And obviously this is free practice, so it doesn't really mean anything, but he's down in 7th at the moment, and that's a bit lower than what we've come to expect from him in the last couple of weeks. He's recently joined BoA and immediately made an impact. He can go toe-to-toe with Bennett and Morgan and Rog and all of those guys. MRT Boris is, I think, a new addition, and I've been hearing from my sources that he is very quick. And so it'll be good to see him mixing in.
And he's also hot-headed, we found as well, so we're on board with him now, so we'll be seeing what happens, but hopefully it was just a flash in the pan. We will have them rage moments.
Oh yes.
Evening, Sir Rosa.
Yes, I fear I was maybe a little bit guilty of one of those moments last week at Suzuka.
It happens,
after having a bit of a mix-up with the fuel.
Oh dear.
I'd have been fine for this week. I'd have been fine for a 20-minute race.
All right. Yeah.
So
short fuel.
if I get it wrong again here, I'd probably deserve to be shot or something, because I surely can't underfuel the car here. But heading into qualifying, and again, just another tweak in the format. We normally see a 15-minute qualifying session, but because we've got, I guess, more gaps between sessions to keep everything sort of close together and on schedule, we've got a 10-minute qualifying session. So that's going to be a much shorter qualifying. So it's going to be about getting those tyres up to temperature with no tyre blankets in GT4. The track's nice and hot, 36 degrees, so that should help. But if you make a mistake in this qualifying session and one of the early runs, you're going to be feeling the pressure, Roy, because it's about a 2-minute lap here. So not too many chances to set a time.
I think it is about 2-minute lap. You're exactly right. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's get your foot down. Either that or just wait it out, let it build a gap, and then go for it and just put a few laps in. As many as you can get in. Normally takes 2 to 3 laps for the tyres to kick in as well. Get up to optimal pressure and temperature. 37 degrees, so temperature shouldn't be an issue.
And the wind's not too strong, 7 kilometers per hour. One of the few tracks, I think, where the wind, if it is particularly windy, can make a difference. You've got some really heavy braking zones, and if you've got a tailwind, sometimes it's very hard to notice until you hit the brakes and you go sailing past the apex down that escape road. But not too bad for the drivers, so they'll be thankful for that.
Oh, full grid I'm hearing in the chat, so let me just jump on board. Yeah, there you go, 20 out of 20 drivers. Awesome job, guys. Well done, Tux and Shug and the rest of the GT4 admin. There's a little team within GT4 as well who run admin. It's crazy how many guys chip in.
We're very lucky. The end product, as we see in recent weeks, is a top notch. So I believe, and I could be wrong here, but I believe we've got a full grid in the Intercon League after this as well. So the GT4's going from strength to strength at the moment. It's really good to see.
Brilliant. It's one of the benefits of the reserve system they use. It's complicated, but yeah, it's worth it because they do get full grids. GT3, because of complexity of it, will just be a nightmare trying to, because Euro and Inter, as you know, aren't linked as such. So not like GT3, they're all linked. So trying to get reserve drivers would just cause mayhem. But yeah, it works, and yeah, it's good to see 20 cars for Euro, and there are plenty of top names out there. So let's go through some of them. Bennett, who we're on board with at the moment, UK Sim Racer. I believe he had a good run. Bruce Goose has looked really fast since joining the BoA. Hank McVitie, yeah, he's normally mid-pack. Trigger, not seen too much of. I think he's one of these guys coming through after IXR. 38 drivers and 2 reserves, that is even better. That's brilliant, Tux. Well, brilliant to a driver committing. Elevator or Elevatia?
Yeah, he is. He's only had to run racing GT Academy in the GT3s for BoA so far, and he made a bit of an impact for himself. He broke the BoA lap record at Zandvoort in GT Academy on his first go. Yeah, he is pretty rapid. It's going to be exciting because, as I said, we've got those 3 guys at the head of the standings, only 5 points between them, and the introduction of these quick guys could throw a spanner in the works. If they can sort of get up there ahead of these guys and take points off of people, it could be important for the championship, the Drivers' Championship, obviously. Teams' Championship still all to play for.
Happens to the best of us, mate. Rimps, they've not put any laps in yet, mate, so we'll let you know as soon as we find out. Good evening, Cara, or sorry, it's to say Masala's friend. So,
Just
but
friends,
it
though.
kicks off with a 58.3. Jeez, that's pretty close. But then Roger has just popped in. That'd be a 58.4. So let's have a look. There's a whole line of cars. I'm not going to be able to keep up with that line. No way. So 900 Sarosa next come over the line. He pops it up into 5th. And then we have 840. Yep, Weed Flaming Racer had blinder last week. And he goes up into 4th. And then
Just have a look at that, right? Sorry to overtop, but we spoke about it pretty much every week now. But the closeness of this pack, particularly at the front, we've got 5 drivers within 0.2 of a second.
Yep.
That is insane. That's a blink of an eye, and there's 5 cars.
Well, yeah, is there going to be a tow as well? I know there's not going to be a massive tow, but so UK Sim Racer, he's probably putting a lap of his life, and he's coming. What full tape? And Trigger pops it into like Trigger's no slat. She's in 11th.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised actually. I was half expecting there might have been some team collaboration with drivers trying to give each other a bit of a tow, but we've not seen that so far. We do seem to have a big line of about 12 cars all fighting for the same bit of tarmac though, which is interesting. 19 cars on track at the moment. CSR Axie, the only man currently in the pits, although he's just set off as well. So a 10-minute qualifying, this is what it does, Roy. Everybody has to be on the track all of the time. There's just not enough time to sit in the pits. So I'm sure nobody seems to have tripped over each other yet, as Bennett goes even quicker at 57.7. Morgan responds 0.2 slower, but that's a good lick of pace from Bennett. 3 minutes to go. I'm sure they'll all have 2 laps to go, so still plenty of time for that to change, but Bennett looking good at the moment, Roy.
Yes, mate. And Civic's coming across. He stays in 13th for now, and then we got, I can't quite make that, 6.83 Matt Puck. I know he's no slouch as well. Comes across the line. He goes up into 16th. And then 1-1-0, I think that was. Yep, Dove. Currently sitting in 19th. Yet to set a time. Only him and Olaf. Olaf looks like he's going to be coming from the pits. Dove goes up into 6th, just a second off the lead. 7-4-7, Boost Goose. We know he's quick. He's got to be improving, surely. Does not. Must have had an incident somewhere. We see Trigger go up into 6th place. Bit of a break now as we jump on board with Bennett as he leads the train round again. Very, very tight at the moment, especially that mid-pack.
If you look further down, I think there's like mid-run down to bump stop. There's about 4 of them, all within a tenth of each other. So a
57.4. Jeez, pick that one out of the bag.
It's getting quicker and quicker.
I can't find anyone, so I'm going to try and grab someone who's crossing the line. Morgan, I think, just went up into 2nd. I don't think the tow's helping that much. 900 Sarosa next.
Ooh.
Sarosa stays in 11th.
T. Boris, who is currently sat in 3rd. He got it all wrong, but was really deep on the brakes, and he ran into the back of Axie going into the first chicane, and he's done. He will not set any more times, so he could fall down the order. He's a big pack of drivers right up behind him on the timesheets, so he's done for the evening. We'll have to see whether he stays in P3 or might slide down the order towards the mid-pack.
Yeah, Dove just coming across the line, just pops it into third. 8 attempts. 8 attempts and he's still with, that's, it's say, Trigger's coming around to complete yet another lap as he exits Parabolica. I love saying that. And then once again, got a bit of a gap. So Bennett is on a invalidated lap at the moment. So is he going to get round? Coming up to, I don't think he's going to get round for another lap. So I think that's it for Bennett. Morgan 4 attempts off. I think he's still out there.
I dare say if there's anybody who could get away with not setting another lap, it's probably Bennett. 4 attempts up. Is he going to just make it? No, I don't think he is.
No, he didn't get checkered flag.
Bennett. It was very close, but yeah, Bennett pulling out. So we'll have to see. A 57.4, still an impressive lap time. It's going to be Morgan. Not quite. He did improve, but it's still just a shade under 2 tenths down. And so
Trigger completes.
Still got Dove,
900.
and Weed.
Rose is coming round to complete his final lap in 13th, 1.7 off the lead. Can he improve? He doesn't. He stays in 13th. Sorry, 840 is Weed Flaming Racer. He doesn't improve. Goes straight to the pits. 303. Get out of the way. I can't see.
Only lap.
The followers come up on the screen. I can't see the map. Thank you for following.
That's great, that, isn't it? It's just, oh, this seems really cool. This this BoA lark. I'm going to give him a follow, and then you just get raw in the chat. Go away.
Not right now. Left goes into 10. That's not bad for his one and only. Where did Trigger? Trigger's in 7th place. So I don't think there's going to be too much of a gap. But I didn't get to run the adverts earlier, so I better do so now. Back in a minute. Go. This is going to be do or die. Now, literally bumper to bumper. Thank you to our sponsors, and welcome back. So Wizard's saying, well done, Dove. Where did Dove finish in 3rd? That is an awesome lap, splitting Morgan and Boris. Going to be a tough battle at the top there. I managed to stay in the pause screen, so I was sensible. How did you get on?
Not so well, Rob, but this is why you're lead commentator and I'm just the lackey, mate. That's
I'll teach you well. So yeah, looking forward to this though. All hail Turn 1. Yeah, worship it, respect it,
fear it.
It's not about what you do, but it don't matter what you do, mate. It's up to the 19 cars behind you. Enjoy, mate. Like, to be honest, that's one thing I will say about what I've witnessed so far this season. It's how clean it is after turn one. Yeah, there has been 1 or 2 races there is going to be where it kicks off, but most races I've streamed so far this season, the first race, the first lap has been really clean. I'm not saying it's going to happen here. It could quite possibly, and if it's going to happen, it's going to be at Monza.
You should have seen the GT Academy race at Laguna Seca on Sunday, Roy. It was there was cars everywhere. There was enough contact for the entire season in that first corner.
See that?
So hopefully we won't get any more tonight.
Each league like it's got its own little quirk about it. Like GTA is all the new guys coming through. So they could be fast, they could be average, they could be slow. So you've got anyone in the GTA, and then Pro-Am, you've got the ones that have been around for a little while, got used to it, and they're getting fast, or they are fast, and they're trying to make their way to Pro. And then you've got Pro, which is just lethal, which is where you watch it, you commentate it, you've got no chance. You miss a corner, that's it, you're out of the race, you've lost that, you ain't getting that win. Yeah. Commentator's curse, 10 card pile up. Simon, what's your gamer tag, mate? I've seen your name about, but I don't know your.
Is it a Sidey, by chance?
Is it Sidey? I don't know. I like to know who's
just been making that up.
I like to know who's in the chat, because we got some in Twitch, some in YouTube. Getting fancy now. Do you weave when you're warming up?
Sometimes a bit, especially in the GT4s, because you're trying to get the heat into the tyres, but not too much. I find it doesn't necessarily help that much. I prefer to just drag the brakes.
Yep.
And heat them up that way.
Yeah. You only really need your front brakes at the beginning anyway.
Or not, as you might see today.
But these cars, they aren't going to be going that fast. I don't know. It's relatively short run up after they actually get going. But the problem is when to brake, because I find a lot of people brake too early into turn one. Anticipating.
Yeah.
If you're going that much slower, you're knocking 40-50 mile an hour off. You don't need. Dove nearly spins it. Yeah, you don't need to use your usual brake spot. You could brake another 50 meters later, but you normally kind of should be coasting into that though. You shouldn't be full throttle into that. But the best thing to do is use the car in front's brake markers, brake lights. That is your best mark.
Use the car ahead.
Are they stopping? Yes, they are. Yeah. Shall I stop? Agreed. Let's brake. Left foot down. Not when you're driving in the real world, though. Never use your left foot. I tried it once. It went through the windscreen.
All right. Okay.
Don't do it. Seriously, do not do it. It doesn't matter how gently you press it. It just goes dum. You've got no idea how your right foot how sensitive it is on it. It's crazy. There you go.
There you go. It's not just entertainment on a Tuesday night. Roy with some valuable life lessons as well.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you're not wearing a seatbelt, you go, yeah. But you should always definitely wear a seatbelt.
Should always.
It's not worth the £60 fine. But anyway, back to the matter in hand. The guys are lining up. Let's go to the aerial cam best view to see what's going on. Morgan may be trying to get a psychological advantage over Bennett, because he's just creeping in front of him, coming around Parabolica. Or could Bennett be playing mind games, getting into each other's heads?
They must know each other like a book at the moment, Roy. They've been head-to-head pretty much every race so far this season. They'll be sick of the sight of each other, you'd imagine, but
Green light, green light.
And underway, green light. Morgan has got the jump on him, no drive through. So here we go into the braking zone. Oh, well, not yet. Here we are. No, we're not. It's still there. Here we go.
Morgan, the latest on the brakes.
Bennett. Oh no! This is what causes. This is what causes carnage. It's when there's there's two at the front. Oh, there's more carnage. There's coming into I can't remember it. Curva Grande. Oh, more contact into. Oh my God! Oh, contact between teammates.
All at once. Now, I'd just like to cast your mind back about 5 minutes, Roy, where I believe that you said that we hadn't had much contact on lap 1 so far in this series.
You can't blame me.
I'm sure there'll be people in the chat who already are.
Yeah,
but,
well...
yeah, it looks like carnage, and it's MRT Boris who leads the way down the back straight. He started third. Captain Rog has managed to get the jump on Bennett. There was all sorts of contact further down, and Bennett in third. I think for now the biggest loser of the lot, though, Morgan. He got the jump off the line. He was the latest of the breakers, and a bit of a touch sent him spinning around, and he's all the way back down in 18th.
That's not a everyday occurrence, but if it's going to happen, it was going to happen there. It was, and it's GT racing. Watch half an hour of GT racing, especially the first 2 laps. Guaranteed, there's an instant. It's standard. Like everyone's like, why is there no safety car? You get around lap 1. Is everyone okay?
Yeah, only 20-minute races as well tonight as well. I wonder, as we've got a spinner, Hoonigan, it looks like, is round at Parabolica. As here comes Rog on the brakes, goes around the outside into the chicane, but he goes deep. Is that going to allow Bennett a chance? Oh, not quite, not enough space. Now allow Boris to gain a bit of time there. But yeah, 20 minutes races. I just wonder whether people are going to be a bit more aggressive in the early stages, because if you get stuck behind somebody here, there's not much chance to make up ground in pit stops and stuff. So yeah, there was always going to be a bit of carnage here, Roy. But Morgan will be cursing his luck.
Alright, leave off chat. Come on, guys. Trigger got taken out by his teammate. Can't blame me for that one.
That'll be a frosty debrief, I'm sure.
It's going to happen. Like, what I was just basically, my point was, it's been a clean season. It's getting cleaner. It's going to happen. GC for these guys, and it's a 20-minute race. These guys are going to go at it. They want it. Bump stop in 8th place in a Ginetta. Surely he's playing with a handicap in a Ginetta ran Spa. But then he is a beast in the chicanes. He's trending already. Yeah, it's not the first time it's been used, mate. There was that old Me Too thing. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, bump stuff. Looks like he's benefiting off a slight toe off his teammate, other Trigger. I don't know. We need to find a way. We've got Trigger and Trigger racing today. That's going to be a little bit confusing, but yeah, he's sort of being dragged along by his teammate. Really interesting to try and drive the Ginetta around here, Roy, because you just lose. You get to this point of the straight, and you're just bouncing off the limiter, and you lose a ton of time. But then you can sort of brake about 40 meters later than everybody else. So you're sort of quick where everybody else is slow, and slow where everybody else is fast, and that's yeah, it takes a little bit more thinking time to make sure you're not going to rear end the car in front.
Yeah, exactly. That's where you lift a coast going into a corner, just because you know, unless you're going to stick a move on them, just lift a coast and just coast behind them, take your time. find that moment.
And we've got another yellow flag
boy.
at the back. Who's that? Oh, it's Olaf has ended up in the gravel in a very unusual place, actually, on the exit of Curva Grande. So he's going to drop all the way to the back of the pack.
It's an odd place.
Oh, Boris gets it all wrong out of the Lesmo. That's surely going to allow Roger a chance to get alongside. Beamer power versus Mercedes power. We've seen how that one works out before, but Boris is going to try and hold him to the outside of the track, but he's going to have it done by the time they get to the braking zone, it looks like.
I don't know, he's going to have the inside still. He's put him under pressure from Bennett now. So Roger's got himself up into first place, and he's managed to get a car between him and Bennett. I don't think Bennett's going to be able to do anything there. Oh no! Just about get out of the way with that, but Bennett now sniffing first place.
Here he comes, he's in the slipstream. He's got a fair bit of overspeed after Roger's got some contact in the final corner. He's going to have to go the long way around, but Roger late on the brakes there, actually really good. As Dove's going to have a dive up the inside of Boris as well.
Oh, Boris!
More contact there, Boris.
Jeez.
That was reminiscent of Hamilton and Verstappen there, not wanting to back out and into the side of Dove. But Dove's looking very racy here, actually, and Boris...
he's not
wasting time making friends, is he, today?
No, he's not driving with much etiquette. Let's put it that way. Dove. Oh.
Well, I'm just wondering if there was a little bit of red mist there, Roy, because that was a dive from a long way back. And
twice it's done.
Boris is going to be in the gravel. Ooh, very nearly an unsafe rejoin as well.
We completely lost track of this train, though. Oh, he nearly gets contact there. Oh,
is that Hoonigan and Axie?
Yeah, he's just calls.
Morgan and Axie, so Morgan again. He'll be happy that he gets a second crack of the cherry a bit later on, because he is having an absolute horror show in the 988 Mercedes. I don't know where to look, Roy. There's so much going on.
Yeah, it's not the greatest of, cleanest of races, should I say. This is where the manager and spectator become conflicted. Yeah, he won't make himself friends with aggressive racing like that.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to play the long game. Here comes Weed, he's in the tow. Beamer v Beamer. Dove will be presumably slightly damaged, so he won't have the full straight line speed available to him on the brakes. Weed brakes later, but Dove will have the inside, and he holds the place, it looks like. So good defensive driving from Dove there. He holds on to fourth, but for how much? For third, sorry, but how much longer? As Weed is looking particularly quick at the moment.
Yeah, Boris is looking as good with his etiquette as he is with politics. Hey, me and Simon are on the same page there.
We've had some racing, we've had some vital life lessons, and now we've got the political satire. All
blame Boris. Yeah, I'm on that one.
Oh.
Who's that?
Boris again, just flashing his nose at Migron there. No contact, I think. Migron just needs to take a breath. I think he's trying to send it every opportunity he gets, and that's just going to end up with your nose taken off, I think. So, not the ideal debut for him so far.
Oh no, Saturday was his debut, and there was
apologies.
About as much of that, about as much of this as there was then. Yeah. You get what I mean?
Yes.
There's a lot of drama.
I was glad he's not a steward this week, and I have to say I agree. I think they might have a lot of viewing from this 10 minutes. It's anything to go by.
Yeah, he's gone wide again. There, I say to these young lads that are joining that lot, just
We are halfway through.
don't draw attention to yourself. Let your racing do. Just be fast. The guys worried when there's fast guys coming in. You don't need to be. Let's not use names. What's the best way to say it? You don't have to be aggressive. You could just let this pace do the talking. Don't have to. I'm talking from an old fart here.
No, I think you're absolutely right, Roy. You can't. You don't score points when you're in the barriers, and it's okay being rapid over one lap, but if you can't go side to side with other cars, you're not going to last very long in GT racing. And halfway through this race already, Roy, it's just 20-minute sprints. They go very quickly.
Yes, so 9 minutes to go. Big run with Boris for company. Let's see how this goes down. Mick Ron, a sturdy driver. He does. He loves his own antics. Not really getting to grips with in his first stint with the Beamer. Boris following much better now. Does look a bit pushy still, but and Mick Ron's going for a move himself on UK Sim Racer. Does he make it stick around the first Lesmo? Looks like he does, but he's now got Boris coming through. He comes back at Boris as well. What happened to Boris? Boris is off.
Yeah, in the wall. That'll be his hunt for points in this race. At least over he jumps to the pits. That's another retirement there. There's a couple of guys that I just want to point out, Roy, that I think are doing really fantastic jobs. First of all, we've got Dove, who was able to put his car up in P3.
Yeah, I wasn't convinced on these moves though. So both of them were lunges. So
and the other one as well, and again I might be biased, although I say that as it looks like he's just about to lose a place down the straight, is a BoA bump stop who is now, he's just unfortunately just moved down to 9th as Boost Goosters used the straight line superiority of the BMW to get past, but 9th in the Ginetta, a car which well, doesn't really fit in at this place. It's not really built for this sort of track, so yeah, he's going well.
Boris has resigned. We got Weed really having a go at Dove now. It's been clean so far. Let's hope he stays. Go into the second chicane. Weed's getting clever. They're just putting the screws on.
Dove must have been listening to your comments there, Roy, because that was nice and clean, nothing there. It was hard defending, but well within the letter of the law there. He holds on the place for now, but as I said, Weed looks like he's got the pace advantage at the moment, just struggling to find a way past. He's just got to keep that pressure on. 6 minutes to go. There's still a good chance for a podium for him here, and just got to wait for that opening.
Got bump stop having a go at Boost Goose here. Going up to Scary, but that pace letting him down. But we know, look at him, he's quick on the brakes.
Yeah, try and tuck in, get a good exit here and have a look.
We've got another
through Parabolica.
I think we've got 5 retirements now. Axie's out of as well. Yeah, hopefully for the next stint, lessons will be learnt. I doubt it.
But we can hope, right?
You can live in hope.
Trigger in the bunch after Aston Martin as well. He managed to get past Sir Rosa for P6 that last lap down into Ascari. The Aston Martin looking a decent package here. Not quite the BMW, which is currently locking up all front 5. Here comes a Sir Rosa on the counter attack though. Thinks better of it. He was quite a way back. That would have been a bit of a lunge, and he tucks himself back in. But it's going to be interesting whether Boost Goose and Bump Stop are going to join this little pack here, and we could have 4 cars in a scrap as we head into the final 5 minutes. As we know, that's when the races tend to get a bit spicy here in BoA. If you thought it was spicy in the first 5 minutes, wait until the last 5.
Yeah, Matt Puck having an awesome race at the moment. He's actually closing in on this battle in front of him. These guys battle too much. Could see, yeah, well done, well spotted there, Gib. Gib, could I just say what a great start of the season you're having as well. Keep it up, dude. So we have got this train developing in the mid-pack. These are baby DTMs really though, aren't they? The GT3s are souped up, so DTM's like sort of in between these and GT3 really, aren't they?
Oh, Roy, you put the curse on him. Saying about what a good job he was. Matt Puck had a big moment on the exit of Ascari. I think he was able to keep it out of the wall, but he's now going to be right on that group. So he's going to maybe lose places here on the overspeed. So Rose is going to make it 3 wide into the Parabolica. Oh, Matt Puck loses 2 places there, down into 7th. So he's going to do well, but he's got a decent exit there.
He played out sensible there. He knew he lost a place.
Oh, boys, 3 wide. The first appearance of some BoA balls of the evening.
Gonna need some big BoA balls here. Who's gonna have it? Oh, he goes through the middle. Oh, what a move! And Matt's gonna have it and throws it. Oh, through the middle and gone. He's off. He said, "Thank you, I'm off. See you later. I'll have that." And
that was absolutely sensational from Trigger. I've got a lot of time for that move.
And this has allowed Bump and Goose to come with them as well.
So he's going to be looking to get him on the brakes as they go into the second chicane. Is he going to have a little look?
Oh, Matt does well there. Matt does well.
Good. Oh.
Bump gets it sideways.
He's going to have the run actually. Goose somehow managed to have an even worse exit, so he'll pick up what I think is 8th place.
So no pressure in the Continental League. So Trigger has just pulled off one of the best moves we've seen in BoA since the team battles, and what a move. But we do see the occasional blind up. I don't think we've finished here either yet. We'll be one more lap after this. The leader's just coming around the final corner now. Yeah,
I think it's very easy when you're in the middle of a 3 wide. I think it's very easy to be the first person to back out of it. But that's some hell of some bravery from Trigger to be the latest of those 3 on the brakes and take both places at once. He was the back of that group, even though he was in the middle, and sort of slid his way through the gap. That was certainly one of the best moves I've seen from a driver in this GT4 Euro League so far this year, or this season, should I say. Excellent stuff.
Goose has a look at bump stop. He goes out round late, backs out of it enough. Clean move in the end. Oh, apologies. 1 second. Oh, tangled up with wires.
Oh, there we go. We said it was going to happen. We've not been watching them because we've had that mid-pack battle going on, but a second chicane. Weed Racer finally gets 3rd position off of Dove when he got late on the brakes, went around the outside, and of course that became the inside for the second part, so he is up into 3rd place. Another solid drive from him. Yeah, Tokyo drifting. We thought that everybody was going to get their elbows out for these short races, and we've not been disappointed. You would not see them be this aggressive in a 50-minute race, I'm sure of it. And running out of corners, I'm just wondering, are we going to get another lap? We might just sneak one here, actually. Unless Bennett's going to do a crafty and slow down on the line. Nope, one more lap to go. Somebody did that in one of the pro races. I think it was bump stop at Donington, and it caught me and Richie out completely. So yeah, we look like right mugs. So I'm always a little bit wise for watching out for it now. Ooh! That puck nearly breaking a bit too late and rear-ending a lot of them there. Yeah, I think if you speak to a lot of the drivers, actually, I think quite a few of them actually prefer the GT4 machinery just because it seems to be a lot easier to race. I think with the GT3s, it's so frenetic. You've got to be perfect with your braking and your apexes and your turnings pretty much every time. Otherwise, they just spit you out. With these, you can get a bit sideways, you can get a bit deep, you can go side by side. So makes for really exciting racing as we're seeing at the moment. Bump stop all over Sir Rosa like a rash as they head down to Parabolica. That'll be for P6. It's going to be Bennett that's going to come around the final corner to take the win, but he's had a very quiet display. This battle in the mid-pack is what we want to see.
Neither has finished the race.
Roger will come home in second. Oh, Bob Stop, is he going to pick up the slipstream? Rose is just going to... I don't know. Okay. Well, I'll do a rundown while you went down. So Bennett there taking the win. Back?
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, well done, guys. Yeah, I've got a connection issue with my mic, and I just pulled on the lead as well, so that did not help it.
Okay.
Teammates. So teammates actually come back out again. Okay, so actually did come back out. I don't know. Yeah, 2 laps is not too bad. It's when you're like.
Yeah, he'll also take a point. Points down to 16th, so he'll take home the last points position for 16th. So I wonder if that may be what convinced him to come back out, but. Morgan, P14, what's that going to do for the championship? His 2 championship rivals come home first and second.
Is it double points tonight?
Well, it's single points, but it's single points again in 12 minutes' time. So he'll get a second chance to try and limit some of the damage.
Don't mock me.
I would not dream of it, Roy. I would not dream of it. Don't go anywhere though, guys. We've got qualifying and race 2 still to come. Intercon after that as well. I need a bit of a breather after that one. Whew.
Yeah, I'll go to the cutscene there, mate. So I'm going to go grab a drink. So I'll be back in just a couple.
See you soon, guys.
Right, yep, I'm going to go get a drink. qualifiers started. I don't know if you're there. Got a live show, like, pressed the button by accident. Sorry guys, we're back. Accidentally pressed the button.
Yeah. Slick as always.
Live TV
Good job, I didn't say anything rude.
I've learnt my lessons because some reason one of my mics keeps picking up. So I'm not like standing in one of them columns. What do they call them? Podiums. Right, so ding ding, round 2. This time we have headlights on. As you can tell, it's a bit dark, or darker.
Yeah, 8 PM for race 2. So slightly different conditions for the drivers to handle. The track's still dry, still optimum, but a little bit cooler, 22 degrees. So getting heat into those tyres even more important this time around. And you feel like we might see, you know, the drivers should feel a little bit more dialed into the track now. They've had a whole race to get acclimatised to it. So interesting to see. Bennett took pole last time by just under 2 tenths from Morgan. Morgan, all that race have shook him up a little bit. He needs to settle himself back into the rhythm, get himself back up there to get some points.
I'm muted, so I can call you anything right now. Slag.
So,
and
there we go. Captain Rog immediately throws the gauntlet down into the 57 straight away. As MRT Boris goes even quicker, a 57.5. So already we're seeing lap times comparable to what we were seeing at the end of Quali 1, and a 57.5. We've got a feeling that the pole was a 57.1 last time, or a 57.3.
I did not write it down because I'm
and there goes Bennett, a 57 dead. Oh, it's sometimes, frankly, the pace of these guys. Yeah, the pace of these guys, Roy. Frankly, it's scary at times.
You're not Roy. Hold on, I'm confused. I'm not bothered. What? What's going on? Oh, I won't muted. Oh, slag. What's going on? My mute's not working.
Always listening.
Oh dear, oh dear. A little insight to how I treat the commentary team.
Bit of a look behind the curtain.
Yeah, okay, I get it. Everyone heard me.
There you go. At least people, when I start stumbling over sentences and, you know, start to giggle at stuff, at least a few people now usually understand why, and it's that Roy's saying something in my ear on mute.
Not always.
Not always, yeah, not always. Sometimes I just do it because I'm not very good. But,
can't always blame Roy. Jesus.
Hashtag blame Roy.
Here we go again. Right, well, I'm going to sort my mic out. Because this is annoying me now. Yes, I want to delete it. Right, now no one should be able to hear me now. There should be no microphone. It should not be picking me up at all. I'm looking on the mixer and it's not moving up when I'm talking. Where's my phone?
Well, I'm assuming that nobody in the chat has jumped up and said they're still talking, so I'm assuming you finally got that working. 5 minutes to go in qualifying. Interestingly, CSR Axie, it looks like hasn't left the box at all yet, so I'm wondering whether he saw what happened last time around and figured that maybe the back's the best place to start, or leaving it late. Bennett 57.0. It's just dawned on me that I think if pole was a 57.4 last time around, so already 4 tenths quicker the second time around. At McVitie giving his teammate a tow there. Maybe.
Yeah, something's not right. It's still picking me up, but I've got no. Yeah, I know you can still hear me. I just heard it on the chat. I just don't know why you can still hear me. I've stripped the whole thing down. Oh, he's just gone sideways.
Yeah, that's not going to help his teammate. He's directly behind him. That's the problem if you do go nose to tail, trying to give each other a tow. That if one gets wrong for one person, it can go wrong for the other.
Yeah.
Morgan in 8th at the moment. Maybe hoping that he can improve. Oh, and there we go. The man just doesn't slow down, Roy. He's 56.8. That is freakish. That is a ridiculous pace. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm running out of words to describe it. He's just, every time you think he's reached the top level of speed, he goes even quicker.
Well, night does kind of, I think it's clean air or something like that, but as it gets cooler, we do find on these power tracks, they do seem to get quicker and quicker. Right, so I'm actually going to try and get on board here. So now I know I can't mute my mic. It's constantly on. Shut up, Matty. I've just noticed Weed and Goose are bang on exactly the same time with Olaf, only 300ths quicker. But at least I now know why the sound would sound a bit robotic. It was because it's picking up 2 voices.
Ah. Live and learn.
Yep. Like the pro race. You guys will learn about the sound as well. But the thing is, you think you sorted it out and then you've changed something 2 days ago, you completely forgot.
Yeah. Feels like we're getting there very much. I think we had a bit of an issue with the onboards again being a bit too noisy. But other than that, I feel like me and Richie nailed it last week. Thankfully the guys gave us a lot of excitement to commentate on, but I really enjoying that on a Sunday night with Richie's skills.
Do you know
now,
what?
Right.
Go on, mate.
Go on, sorry.
No, I was going to say, like, having the co-coms is essential, like, especially when you're doing the streaming yourself, because you kind of lose concentration on the race. You're kind of checking other things out, and then it's quiet. Everyone's gone quiet. There's just been an overtake or something like that. You're like, oh, and someone's watching something else. And I've noticed it. I do it on stream quite a lot when I'm on my own. I miss the overtake because I'm trying to do other things. Getting all South London again. So, are we going to see any times improving? Say, Bennett, everyone else putting their laps of their lives in, and then Bennett just goes and does that.
Yeah, he's gone another 10th quicker. Now, Roy, I was told.
It's not true.
The Ginetta at Monza. Suicidal. Why would you drag a car which is electronically limited to 148 miles an hour to the temple of speed? BoA bump stop. Didn't get that memo. He's currently sat in P4. He's just gone off into the gravel though, so he's not going to improve.
Here we go again. Commentator's curse once again.
We've been on good form tonight, where
we've been awesome.
We've cursed the best of them.
Yep.
So Bennett's done, Boris is done, Morgan, where's he on the circuit? Going for the second chicane. Him, Captain Rog and Olaf, probably the best bets for a snatching pole at the end, but Morgan's going to have to find over 6 tenths on this final lap if he wants to upset Bennett.
And he doesn't. So he stays in 5th place. 1-0 Dove next. He goes up into 9th. And then Mig Run, who didn't have a great first run. I bet Matty owns an Audi. Migran does improve, but he stays in 10th place. Can he be pushed out? Well, Weed Flamer is currently in front of him, sharing lap times with Olaf and Boost Goose.
Yeah, I feel if he's got this right, he should be able to jump ahead of those. Maybe trouble with Roger and Bump Stop. Let's have a look.
Goes up to 6th.
Goes 6th. Morgan hasn't improved, so he's going to be 3rd. And another round to Bennett.
Who's that out there? So Sim Racer, he's still ready to go around. Wish Bennett would do better.
Yeah, he'll be the last one. He stays 14th. So Bennett pole from Boris, Morgan and Bump Stop for the 2nd row. Roger and Weed. Yep, thank you.
Oh, so, right, guys, I'm going to mute my mic. No, I'm not. But I'm going to go to the cutscene and I'm going to unplug my mic. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Go. This is going to be do or die. Now, literally bumper to bumper. Okay, welcome back to my. I'm trying to unmute my mic. It's unmutable because I don't know where it is. Welcome back. when Roy's on Condon his own, I always chat to him and tell him things that's happened that I'm great in my head. I'm just like Murray Walker. Yeah, come on, man.
You often get things wrong like Murray as well, Neil.
Yeah, come join us in the box if you ever want to, mate. If Stebble can do it, anyone can do it.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
you and Richie definitely added a different element to it. Oh, it's awesome. And to be able to leave you two in
just
that.
happy you have me.
You're leaving you two in the. Leaving in my with my baby GT3 Sunday. It's nurtured her. So I love it. I love it on Sunday. It's crazy. And GC4 has just become just as big now. I'm not getting to that point that we could possibly run a third, but it's just not enough time on a Tuesday.
Yeah, and I think it's more important to have 2 full grids every week than 3 half full grids every week. I'm sure it wouldn't be half full. I'm sure the recruitment would be really, top notch as we usually expect. But sometimes less is more, Roy.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it's better to have somewhat what some people wanted. So instead of giving it all, having 5 leagues with 10 people in it, like we did last season, it was a tough tough pill to swallow. And it was obviously I want to be giving the guys the best. And 20 cars on track is what's the word? The bar. That's the bar. That's where you want to reach. So 20 cars, and then if we get another 20 cars as well afterwards, well, not so much me on this one, but Tucks and Shug. It's an awesome achievement on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's been great to see the GT4 has gone from strength to strength, and I'm sure if you are watching and you're still on the reserve list, you'll get your chance soon enough. And seems to be you'll get onto this grid and you'll enjoy it. I've can't put into words how much I've enjoyed racing in these GT4 cars against some really quick racers. Thankfully, I've been moved to the other grid now, so I don't fancy my chances racing against these lot.
I forgot to tell one. This GT4 League is also going to PC. So, so we will be running the second half of the season on PC. Just been announced during the week. It's only really been announced within the PC bit. So, but yeah. So those of you who are watching and would like to take part in our GT4 series, then join the link in our description. If you're on Twitch, stop watching Twitch and go and watch it on YouTube.
Something else for you to find comes forward. Here we go then. Round 2. Are we going to make it all through the first corner this time? Looks like the car on the outside getting a better drive again. Boris side by side.
Someone did. Someone that was right.
Immediately.
Oh, I don't know who that was.
Car park.
Someone outbraked themselves completely.
It looked like one of the Tango racing cars got late on the brakes and they ran into the back of somebody, and the chaos behind just unravelled. And they, I'm not going to have a clue where they all are. We're going to have to wait for half a lap to see, wait for the timing tower to catch up. And at the front. No, Boris at the front. Sorry, what am I on about? From Bennett, from Morgan, from Bump Stop. P4 and the Janetta doing an excellent job. Weed Racer, P5, Dove, P6, Boost Goose, Olaf. All over the back of Boost Goose. Rogers found himself down in 9th for Trigger. And turn 1 strikes again.
So, turn 1 is a no-go area at the moment. Yeah, Matty's a piss taker. Just pure piss taker. But in a good way. Elevator looks like he's going to get the run on Sipex here. He's going on the outside on the way down the Parabolica. Chevy looks like he's just losing out to the Audi at the top end. And Sipex looks like he's going to get the traction down earlier as well.
Yeah, it's very hard to go around the outside, but he's hanging out in there quite well, actually. He's done a good job.
It looks like the middle phase, the Chevy's got it, and then the Audi comes back. There we go, look, the Audi just starts coming back as you see him shift up through the gear.
End. And holds on to that place. Oh, he's going to have a little lunge down the inside.
That was so silly. He should have held him inside there. That was a smart move by Elevator, but Sipex, what are you doing moving to the outside? You think you weren't going to have a go?
Caught nothing there. And going around outside of Ant McVitie as well. On the back of that pack.
So let's see how Boris deals with the pressure of Bennett. You've got yourself out in the lead. Bennett just far enough back at the moment, not able to do anything. As we see Morgan under pressure from the Ginetta. What's he doing up there?
It's down the straight, the little wasp. In this little, surely not. Yeah, there we go. You just see there as we hit the top end, then the same starts to pull away. He's going to be still fairly close.
Oh, he just chucks it straight over the curb, flies up in the air. If you've ever been in a party with bump stop, he drives the way he acts.
Yeah, it's obviously being part of that team myself. Him and Jensen, when they get together, they're like a comedy double act, a pair of them.
It's great laughs. We'll have to do it again maybe Friday. But I'm gonna choke the chicken. Jesus Christ, mate. Did anyone ask?
UK Sim Racer looks like he's going to get a move done on Trigger down into the first chicane. Side by side, who's going to brake later? It's going to be UK Sim Racer. And Trigger will tuck in, see if he can get a decent exit, which he does actually, so you're going to be able to get the power down. They're going to be side by side for the Curva Grande. And Trigger should have the inside going into the second chicane, but you can just see the beamer of the power.
Oh, and he gets a little nudge as well, just a boost.
Yeah, the little love tap. The UK Sim Racer up into 10th, solid from him.
Bennett unable to do anything about Boris at the moment.
He's got past somehow. I think Boris made a mistake out of the second Lesmo, but it's Bennett who leads him down into Ascari now, so I missed what happened there, but Bennett once again in the lead.
Sweet dude, catching the bit.
I can only assume that Boris leads it out of the second Lesmo, because Bennett has got a big gap now, and he's going to come under pressure from Morgan. Now, I'm sure the voice inside Morgan's head here, Roy, will be uttering the phrase over and over again, proceed with caution. He's been in the wars a fair bit today already, and we've seen that Boris isn't exactly the most compromising driver to try and go side to side with.
Well, after the first race, and he scored points over him last time, so if he just stays behind him, as long as bump stop don't clatter into him, he's going to be under pressure in a minute as well. But
he can brake later in the jam, but not quite that late.
You'll be that long, mate. The chat's going off tonight. It's good to see. Oh, Morgan.
Had too many blue Smarties.
Late lunch doesn't make it stick though. It doesn't make a proper move, but lets him know he's there.
Yeah, how can Boris cope with the pressure?
Well, as he's pressuring Bennett as well. Oh, gets it wrong
he
there.
gets it loose again.
Oh, yeah, that back end doesn't look stable. He's now going to be possibly under that bump, Janetta, if it ever gets up to speed. Who's bringing the trainer cars with him as well.
That's like the third or fourth time across these two races we've seen Boris lose it on the exit of the second Lesmo. Don't know whether it's a setup fit or maybe the TC just a bit too low, but it's over that curve and just loses it, and it's cost him dearly today as he comes under pressure from the little silver wasp, the Janetta, holding its own in P4 at the moment. Would you believe it?
And then Bennett, I just see, was
Keeps it
sideways.
tight.
He was sideways then on the exit parabolica there.
Yeah, and it's allowed Morgan to get alongside, actually. In fact, just slightly ahead. So might see a change for the lead as they go onto the brakes for the first chicane. Bennett will have the inside. Morgan is going to keep it in there. Good driving from those. Bennett holds on just, but a rare mistake from Bennett. We don't see those too often. So it's good to know that he is human in there, not just some sort of driving machine.
I would like to remind you all not to adjust your sets. This is the battle for the lead. Ooh, so yeah, we have Rog closing back in as well after his instance at the beginning, and then we've got Dove, I think that is, yeah, Dove, Olaf, all wanting and bump stop, having a look at Boris here. This is great. I do apologise if there's any other battles going on, but a battle for the lead, yes please.
Here we go. Boris is going to have a look at Morgan. Or Weed, sorry, should I say? There comes the Janetta.
Over that, he's living up to his name, isn't he?
Just skips over those sausage curves. Morgan properly close to Bennett as they come through the exit of the parabolica here. He managed to get slightly ahead on that lap.
Boris is definitely going to have the pace
Halfway through, keep pushing.
as he goes through this halfway through the main straight. As you see Mercedes coming back, he's not going to be able to slot in either because that Beamer's coming in behind him.
Oh, a bit of argy-bargy on there. We've seen that a few times, haven't we?
Yeah, I weren't going to go against Boris. That was fair as fair, really.
Very difficult in that second part of that first chicane. If you are on that inside,
but let's see how he.
I'm still going to maybe give it a little more space, but yeah, always fair in love and war that time.
Yeah, Dove learning from his earlier escapades. I think it's a matter of time.
Yeah, he's got a good pace this week.
Oh, where's he going?
BMW rolls through doors at him. Oh, Boris retiring again. I don't think there's a single part of this racetrack that he hasn't visited at some point tonight. Looked really twitchy, that Mercedes.
Yeah, that back end, he keeps snapping on him.
And would you believe it, Roy? After all of this time, we have a top three of Bennett, Morgan, and Weed Racer.
But we have got the
What
likes
is
of...
it? It's always you three.
We have got the likes of Dove, Rog, Olaf, Bump, all thereabouts as well. So it's 8 minutes to go. Jesus, what is Matty on?
Don't know, but I think I want some.
No comment.
Or Morgan around the outside.
Oh, he's going to go
Just
for the
gonna have
inside
enough
there.
space.
That's how you do turn one. It is manageable.
It is. It definitely is. It relies on a bit of cooperation from the car on the outside, just not to turn in and push you over the
Yes.
clubber curves. But good driving from those two. The one thing that you might see here actually is if Morgan compromises Bennett's line enough by jumping up the inside, Weed is certainly close enough as Bennett goes over the curb. Weed is certainly close enough to maybe sneak through as well, but Morgan's going to get past there. Bennett jumping all over the curbs. It doesn't skip over them like Bump Stops Ginetta does. And he's going to come under pressure from Weed as well now. And Dove has caught this group up actually, so he's going to be joining the fight, it looks like.
Yeah, Bump was in another car out there. I'd say Bump would be easily winning out there, but I don't think he'd be able to chuck it over that Ascari like he is in any other car. Like his wheel's going to be wrecked after this race. So Bennett closing in on the way back to Parabolica. 7th time. Goes, has a look around the outside. He looks like he's going to have a look at the cutback. Morgan carries a pace well though. Doesn't lose too much time to Bennett. Bennett picking up the toe.
Yeah, I think it's very difficult to go around the outside of Parabolica and make that move stick. I think having the inside is key, but look at the straight line performance to that BMW, Roy, with the slipstream as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's not Formula
And,
1
it's
level.
gonna be side by side.
You need to be right up there to get any. It looks like he's going for that V-shaped run as well. Going deep and just flick it back, get on the power early. Try and get a better run than the car in front.
Here he goes, he's going to have a little look. He's buzzing around Morgan's rear wing at the moment, just testing his defences out. We've been in before.
Sorry, you can see it chasing back. Pack not very far behind either.
Yeah, Dove has wheeled them in. He was over a second and a half back last lap, and he's now only half a second off the back of this pack. So he might try his hand a little bit later if he gets closer to Weed for a podium. But we've seen this before. We saw this last week, bro. Morgan, the lead of the race, Bennett hunting him down, and he waited until the very last lap before making his move.
Yeah, good point.
We're gonna. You'd imagine there's going to be 3 laps of this race to go. And well, I can't call it at the moment. Captain Rod,
drive through. Oh dear. First one we've seen tonight. It's pretty easy to pick them up here though. Yeah, it's a shame though because there was another battle building behind them. I'm sort of slipping backwards all the while as well. Fortunately that Ginetta's getting as far as it can. Yeah,
I just wonder as well, he got a fairly big impact in that turn 1 collision with Boris, and the one thing that damage can do is really affect the straight line speed.
Yes.
And when you've not got that much to begin with the Ginetta, I imagine he'll be feeling the effects of that. But Bump Stopper, he's been really impressive, as it looks like a elevation taking the slalom, or what's left of it in the background there. Here we go into the second chicane. Bennett, is he going to make the lunge? He does. He's going to make stick. He's going to have the lead. Oh!
Wade backs out of it to get a position back, and this has allowed Dove through on the inside of both of them. On the first Lesmo, but now Wade's coming back at Dove. Is Dove going to have
not through
the second
Lesmo
Lesmo?
too, surely not. I think Dove. Dove, I think, did the sensible option there and chose not to fight that, because I think two cars side by side through there is a single way to get into the barriers. Morgan shutting the door very tightly on Weed there on the exit second chicane. I can only assume that he didn't know he was there. But
Contact. He doesn't look impressed with that, with the flash of the lights.
Yeah. These elbows out a fair bit today. Interesting to see whether he'll be sent to the stewards, but I don't think there was anything wrong with that move in particular. It just looked like there were two cars going for the same bit of road, but Weed clearly unhappy as he goes deep in Parabolica. He's going to fall even further back behind Bump Stop again, so we'll have to try and clear him. But Christmas has come early for Dove there. He was sitting on the back of that lead pack in 4th place. He found himself up in 2nd.
Yep.
And the man it benefits.
Sneaky. Bump just pulling off a right smart move on. Was that Rog? Could have been Rog.
Rog, yeah.
But Rog still with a drive through.
Yeah, he'll have to serve it this lap, you imagine. I wonder if he just won't serve it and take the penalty. I feel like either way he's going to drop out of the points. So maybe he'll just keep racing to the end. But,
I have seen the penalties differ sometimes as well. He's under pressure right now.
I think
from
yeah.
Is that Weed behind him? Yep.
Yeah, Weed.
Got two CRS fellas, Axie and Matt Puck. Not having any great outages tonight. Down in 15th and 16th. Big run as well. Not carrying his form over.
Yeah, can't help but feel a little bit bad for Matt Puck. He was up in 5th in race 1, wasn't he, until he had a bit of contact and or made a mistake, sorry, and that put him down the order slightly, but showed a lot of pace in that one, just had clicks this time around.
The leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
So, final lap.
The person it has clicked for is that man. It's every time, everything that seems to happen around him, it just seems to benefit this man. There's no denying that he is, a remarkable racer as well, but he seems to make his own luck, and he's now got a 3-second lead as he goes on the final lap, and you feel like he's going to take the sweep of wins here at this sprint event in Monza. But who's going to be in the other positions? Dove and Morgan 2nd and 3rd. That gap sort of developed as well, so
Got a bump, boost. Oh, that's one button.
yeah.
So this looks like the lead battle to be resolved. The other two, well, Morgan's actually still on the back of Dove there. Went all Bristol then.
Yeah, running out of corners though.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be, let's see, unless there's any accidents through Ascari. Someone overcook it through Parabolica. Forget your brake marker. It happens.
Weed's made a mistake. It looks like he's fallen back. So going to allow Trigger to make up a place, and Sarosa as well up into the top 10.
The leader has finished the race.
And then well done, Bennett. Dove in second, Morgan third, and then Boost is going to come around and pick up fourth, followed by Olaf and Bump. UK Simra. Oh, sorry, but that's not on Bump. The guys shouldn't be stopping on the pit like that. God. Yeah, you should stop on the pit like that. Can't use your brains. Well, Monza does make people go weird for some reason. Maybe it's the speed. It's been an eventful race. We'll be kicking off in 20 minutes again for the Intercontinental lads. So, but thank you very much, mate. Enjoy your race.
No worries. I'll try to.
Yeah, just turn one. Start from the pit lane. No, enjoy it, mate.
It's been awesome.
Monza's always a good thrill. It's yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. So come back with us in 20 minutes, and we'll be watching the Intercontinental boys. Another 20 cars checked in. So fingers crossed. So cheers.